Come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. It's Jay Williams.
Look at you, giving my hometown some love. Respect to the Queen City. It's going to be a big-time game tonight. Let's see who's ready to play on the floor.
You are a king in those parts. You never forget where it all began. And we're ready to start this one at midcourt. The Clippers win the opening tip as we get things started at Staples. Jackson to George. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
And count the basket inside.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
.84% free throw. Knocks down the first. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. To Davis. Perfect feed to set up the basket. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for it.
Los Angeles, they have it. To Drummond. Nothing going here on that drive. Davis to Caldwell Pope. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. Andre Drummond. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Jackson with it. Down by 1. Leonard gets a look. Can't hit.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Davis to Drummond. The big fella, Andre Drummond. Missed his first. That one goes.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Leonard. And the rebound taken by Caldwell Pope. To Davis. And count the basket. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
The pass taken away by the Lakers. Slam dunk.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Los Angeles has the basketball. To Davis. Nothing going here on that drive. Kuzma to Caldwell Pope. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Leonard. Kyle Kuzma with a P.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Leonard to Marcus Morris. Paul George fires. That's no good.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Caldwell Pope. They go down to Davis and throws it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Leonard to Jackson. PG lets it fly. Paul George. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Davis. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Down low for Davis. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
It's LA Clippers ball. To Reggie Jackson. Kuzma. They'll get it down to Davis. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
To Paul George. Leonard. Anthony Davis sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Drives, but a shot won't go down. Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
To Davis. Short jumper off the mark. Jackson with it. Down 5. Down low for Leonard. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Davis. Off the assist. LA Clippers with the basketball. Paul George. Anthony Davis with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Kuzma to Davis. Trying to cash in. Shot by Davis, no good.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Here comes the screen. Leonard to George. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. George, no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Davis. Shot from the lane won't go. Leonard to Jackson. Here comes the screen. Leonard, deep left corner to Paul George. Andre Drummond pins it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Lakers ball. Davis. And he buries it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Leonard to George. Has a chance. Shot by George, misses.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for 2.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
First try, no good. Good bounce back, hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. To Marcus Morris. Oh, he had it. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Lakers at the controls right now. To Matthews. Fires the 3. His first effort off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Davis. Anthony Davis. He's unconscious, 75%.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Davis. Kawhi Leonard swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Anthony Davis lets it go. Not that time. Beverly into the front court. Margins 8. And draws the foul.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
And he connects on the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Matthews to Gasol. DeMarcus Cousins able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. And stuffs it home.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
It's good. And 1.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Anthony Davis at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. One free throw, count it. It's a three-point play, and the lead up to 8. Leonard to Cousins. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Had a difficult first quarter. Couldn't really find his rhythm, but you got 3 more left to play.
Los Angeles, they have it to Davis. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Kennard, they'll get it down to Leonard. Oh, nice find for the basket.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Matthews to Davis. And scores. Strong take.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the first quarter. The Lakers have the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. To Davis. Kawhi Leonard. Huge block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
He gets it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Los Angeles has the basketball. To Davis. He's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. Leonard to Batum. DeMarcus Cousins. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. 6'11", 270. That's a massive man. You can make a case there's nobody like him.
There isn't anybody like him in the NBA. He is an absolute bully on the block. Can burrow his way through traffic, make it easy, and also possesses that sweet shooting touch from the outside.
Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? To Matthews. Has a look. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Rondo into the front court. Down 8. To Nick Batum. Trying to cash in with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
Matthews in a matchup with Boogie. Here comes the screen. Five to shoot for Los Angeles. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Clippers have the basketball. To Leonard. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Leonard buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Davis. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Cousins. Can't slam it down. To Batum. Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Rondo. And it's Davis for the rebound. Count it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Now the Clippers call a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To Nick Batum. Deep right corner. Beverly. Getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. To Batum. Beverly. To Nick Batum. Count the basket at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Here comes the screen. Matthews against Cousins. Nothing going here on that drive. Matthews. They'll get it down low to Harrell. The pass set it all up.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
New blood coming in for both sides. To Matthews. From the painted area, won't go down. Jackson with it. Down 5. To Leonard. Curling inside. Kyle Kuzma tips it. Marc Gasol sends it away. And a chance coming up at the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First one, count it. So he hits the first, misses the second. To Gasol. Scores from the post.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First one goes down. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. To Drummond. Caldwell Pope. They get it to Kuzma down low. Works it up top. Drummond steps out and hits off a killer step back.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
To Leonard. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Kawhi Leonard trying to cash in on the three-point play, shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. That slices the lead down to 4. To Matthews. Gets it in the right corner. Caldwell Pope, defended by Cousins. To Matthews. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
And hits the first free throw.
Good shot, man.
Goes 2 for 2.
Good shot, good shot.
To Marcus Morris. Leonard. To Reggie Jackson. Down low for Leonard. Off the assist.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
Caldwell Pope to Matthews. Caldwell Pope to Matthews. 4-3. Wesley Matthews. He was born to take those shots, even with a hand in his face.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Leonard to Jackson. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Kyle Kuzma. The shot almost. Jackson with it. 5-point game. To Leonard. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Lakers ball. Caldwell Pope to Matthews. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Free throws coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Kawhi Leonard, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 66% in this contest. Knocks down the first. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Caldwell Pope to Gasol. Kawhi Leonard rejects it. It's LA Clippers ball. Reggie Jackson rocks the rim.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Caldwell Pope. Nothing going here on that drive. It goes down.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Jackson to Leonard. George to Reggie Jackson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Gasol. Caldwell Pope to Gasol. Caldwell Pope to Matthews. Here comes the screen. Matthews, tough matchup against George. Yes, Wesley Matthews. He's 3 for 7.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Jackson to Leonard. Can't connect.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Kyle Kuzma, strong finish. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Leonard to Paul George. Leonard. Now that's a contest. Caldwell Pope to Kyle Kuzma. He was hacked. They let it go.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Reggie Jackson here against Morris. For three. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Late heave to beat the buzzer from beyond half court. Gets it to go from long distance. A fitting capper to the end of the first half. Good first half for the Lakers. They are out in front with the lead. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Hey, everyone. It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Lakers are up after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Lakers. Clippers were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Bench points.
The Los Angeles Clippers are getting enough bench production in this contest. Their reserves need to step up and start making an impact in this game.
Player of the half.
Anthony Davis tallied a lot of blocks in the first half and really made his presence known on the defensive end. I bet we end up seeing the opposition get even more timid around him.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Caldwell Pope to Gasol. DeMarcus Cousins snatching it out of the air.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Lakers at the controls right now. Caldwell Pope. Able to convert inside.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Jackson with it. His guys down 11. Has a chance. Deep two there. Won't go.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Cousins. Caldwell Pope. Here comes the screen. They work it down to Gasol. You've got to get that one to go.
Remember that old saying, let sleeping dogs lie? I wouldn't trash talk to this guy right now. I wouldn't want to do anything to ignite him or really instigate him to start attacking more.
To Jackson. Down low to Cousins. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Kuzma. Straight on look. Caldwell Pope. Not that time. He missed it. Jackson with it. Trailing by 11. Nothing going here on that drive. Reggie Jackson. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Los Angeles, they have it. Here comes the screen. Caldwell Pope, defended by Cousins. Keeps the ball in bounds. That's what you want to see. Oh, the touch at the rim.
Count it.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Caldwell Pope to Kyle Kuzma. Nothing going here on that drive. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Cousins, they'll get it down to Leonard. Scores from the post. To Gasol. Caldwell Pope. Gets it in the left corner. Kyle Kuzma. Textbook defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Marc Gasol with a piece.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Kuzma, down low Gasol. Knocked loose. From the outside, no good.
And you thought you would have seen him bounce back in the second half. Just looked like he could never get himself into the flow of the game. I put a little bit out on the coaching staff, too. Maybe they could call some better plays for him to get him in situations where he could see the ball go in.
Caldwell Pope sizing up Cousins. Here comes the screen. Over to the right side. Gasol. That won't go. LA Clippers with the basketball. Jackson. Cashes in for 2. Timeout called here by the Clippers as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey. Line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Leonard. Had a chance, but it's no good. Caldwell Pope to Drummond. Kawhi Leonard sends it away.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Reggie Jackson, nice.
Ed, I'm telling you that every player in the league will make that shot. The defense has to be elevated.
Los Angeles has the basketball. To Davis. Even to Zubats with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Leonard to George. Here comes the screen. George. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. To Davis, down low. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Paul George to Leonard. George buries it on the catch and shoot.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
To Davis. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
As a defender with inferior athletic ability, there's really nothing you can do when you're outside the restricted area and you're caught lost in space.
Leonard. Ah, rocking the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Trouble getting the ball across half court. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. To Leonard. Nice pass to set things up.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
To Drummond. From the painted area, won't go down. To Leonard. Boogie abusing the rim. Big finish.
An easy 2, get back on defense.
Lakers ball. And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
For the Los Angeles Lakers, number 88, Markieff Morris.
Matthews. That one off the mark. It's no good. Into the front court comes Rondo. Our score all even in this 3rd quarter. To Batum. Nikola Batum looking good. 4 for 5.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Screen coming. DeMarcus Cousins pins it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock.
Watch that cutter. Switch.
And a nice finish at the rim.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Rondo guarded by Morris. Shot from the lane won't go. Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
Just the thought of coming into the lane amongst the trees, that shot was altered before he even took it.
Five to shoot for Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard swats it. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Ben McLemore at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Oh, he can't connect. Rondo with the basketball. His group now down 2. Kuzma brings the ball up court. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Leonard. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Lakers at the controls right now. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Leonard to Cousins. LA with 4 to shoot. Here comes the screen. Beverly down low, Boogie. DeMarcus Cousins, 4 out of 7.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. And counted at the rim.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Nice pass to get things going.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. That misses with 2 seconds to go. Clock runs out. The Lakers have the lead. The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. We've got a one-possession game going on. This has the look of a race that's going down to the wire.
And it looked that way from the very beginning, but this is where the coaches and the best players on the floor really earn their money down the stretch. It's game time.
Driving is Rondo, but his shot won't fall. Cousins to Paul George. Lets it fly from long range. It was contested, but Paul George still dials in for three. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Here's Rondo with it. All even here in the fourth. And the Lakers able to grab the rebound. Kuzma. Here comes the screen. Paul George, 4 out of 10.
You see, that's well timed right there. Not a minute too soon or a minute too late. They needed that one.
McLemore against Cousins. Has a look. Harrell can't connect. To George. Fires the three. Not done yet. Swings it to Beverly. Going to launch beyond the arc. Never dare Patrick Beverly. Hits a wide open three.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Los Angeles, they have it. DeMarcus Cousins able to recover with the block. Rondo into the front court. Leads 5. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Patrick Beverly at the line for 2 shots. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. And he connects on the first free throw. And he makes them both. To Davis. Here comes the screen. Matthews. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Davis. He'll take that any day.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, Ed.
Clippers with 4 to shoot. Leonard can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Trying to cash in. Dives for it. Not afraid to mix it up. Davis to Caldwell Pope. Yes, Wesley Matthews. Now 4 for 9.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game.
The difference is going to be the best player on the court. He's a guy that you have to trust in. He has to get the ball. And sometimes as a coach, you need to let go and let your best players do what they do.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Andre Drummond, huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Los Angeles has the basketball. To Davis. Probing the defense. Takes stock of the floor. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. Anthony Davis lets it fly. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
They go down to Davis. Ref blows the whistle, and he calls a 5-second back to the basket violation. Changes coming from both sides right now. And scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Lakers ball. Nice finish at the rim.
Okay, you don't get a 10 for style points, but it worked.
George. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Caldwell Pope. 5 to shoot for Los Angeles. Kyle Kuzma. No good. That's great defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Drummond. The big fella, Andre Drummond. He's 3 for 7.
Old school equals high percentage.
Jackson with it. It's an 8-point lead. Nothing going here on that drive. Jackson to Paul George. Here's a chance from long range. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Caldwell Pope, deep right corner. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter.
You're going to see the best players make in-game adjustments on the fly. The intellect of some of these superstars is off the charts. Your ability to adapt and move forward as quickly as possible in the most efficient manner will determine whether you win this game or not.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. The screen sets him up for 2.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Lakers at the controls right now. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. It's George for 2. Gets a look. Can't hit. Clippers have got it. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy 2 on the other end after the turnover.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Kuzma. To Matthews. Screen coming. Matthews. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
LA with 4 to shoot. George.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Off the mark on the first free throw. Second and 3 is good. Can't take advantage. 1 for 3 at the line. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Morris with a shot, no good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Here's Davis. Oh, he was wide open. And it's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Clippers have the basketball. Surveys the floor. Here comes the screen. Jackson to Marcus Morris from long range. Contested shot. Marcus Morris can't hit.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Davis. Has a chance. Wide open look. Won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Anthony Davis tips it.
Continuous effort is your team's success. No one this entire ball game has quit on a play. That right there, that's what's going to help your team win this game.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Los Angeles, they have it. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Rock-a-bye, baby. Oh, yeah, he rocked him to sleep on that one.
Paul George to Leonard. Leonard to Reggie Jackson. And that's rebounded by the Lakers. No good.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Caldwell-Pope to Davis. The drive.
He sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Davis to Matthews. Down low for Davis. Oh, big finish at the rim. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
To Beverly. George. Man, that was a tough shot.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. McLemore matched up with Paul George. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Leonard. That's how you defend. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. That was key. He's 3 for 7 tonight.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Almost unlucky bounce.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they take care of business at home. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. Got the win in a nail-biter, and it's always great to watch a team with such an unselfish approach to the game. Plenty of assists were delivered throughout this contest. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Lakers are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. They did a great job with their ball movement, forcing the defense to constantly make adjustments. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for the win.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.